Good evening. My name is Cali Garcia, and I am the 2023-2024 ASB president.
And I am Madison Morales, the 2023 to 2024 ASB Vice President.
Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our land acknowledgement statement. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The El Rancho Unified School District acknowledges the Gravelino Tongva people as the traditional land caretakers of the Tonvargar, Los Angeles Basin, South Channel Islands. The El Rancho Unified School District acknowledges our presence on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Gravelino Tongva peoples. We pay our respects to the ancestors, elders, and relatives, and the past, present, and emerging relations.
Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, let us welcome our principal, Mr. Goyanaga.
Good evening, district leadership, distinguished guests, faculty, coaches, students, parents, and community members. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you as school principal of our beloved El Rancho High School to celebrate a remarkable milestone in our journey. The groundbreaking ceremony for our new sports fields and aquatic center marks a significant moment of growth and development for our high school and, most importantly, for our students. These state-of-the-art facilities will hold immense value, offering many opportunities that will shape the lives of our students in profound ways. Today, as we break ground on these remarkable facilities, we celebrate not just the physical structures that will take shape, but also the dreams and the aspirations of our students. These new sports facilities and aquatic center will be a testament of our unwavering dedication to the holistic development of our students. I extend my deepest gratitude to the school board, the district administration, our faculty, our staff, and community members who have made this journey possible. Together, we embark today in this journey that will enrich the lives of our students, nurture their talents, and create an environment where school spirit, and most of all, blue pride, will thrive. This evening, we can come together in celebration and witness the official start of construction as we lay the foundation for a future where our students can continue to achieve high levels of success. Thank you all for joining us today. Before we continue, let me introduce some of our special guests who have joined us. From El Rancho Unified School District Board of Trustees, President, Ms. Esther Mejia. Vice President, Ms. Arlene Perez. Clerk, Mr. John Contreras. Member, Dr. Teresa Marino. Member, Mr. Hector Lafarga Jr. From our district cabinet administration, Dr. Marcos Villegas, Superintendent. Ms. Jaconda Rodriguez, Chief Business Officer. Dr. Virginia Kelson, Director of Human Resources. Ms. Dora Soto Delgado, Director of Student Services. Mr. Dean Cochran, Director of Special Education. Ms. Jasmine Chavez Diaz, Director of Secondary Education. Ms. Gisela Castañon, Director of Elementary Education. And our newly appointed District Project Manager, Luis Torres. Also with us this evening, we have some honorable dignitaries. Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, State Senator Bob Archuleta, our Pico Rivera Mayor Eric Lutz, Mayor Pro Tem Andrew Lara, Council Member Gustavo Camacho, Council Member John Garcia, Council Member Dr. Monica Sanchez. Also with us, we have Vice President of Academic Affairs from Rio Hondo College, Dr. Miller. Members of our Citizens Bond Oversight Committee present, Mr. Mata, Mr. Cook, and you'll see members of our architect firm, LPA, also present, and construction manager firm, Ledesma and Meyer. I would like to invite at this time and for us to welcome Ms. Mejia, Board President.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome again to everyone present. Bienvenidos a todos. My name is Esther Mejia, President of the Board of El Rancho Unified School. Today we gather here with an overwhelming sense of joy and excitement to celebrate the groundbreaking of not just one, but two bond projects, the El Rancho High School Don Memorial Stadium and Athletic Fields and the El Rancho Aquatic Center. This momentous occasion marks the beginning of a long-awaited phase for these extraordinary projects. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the incredible residents of Pico Rivera. Because of your unwavering support in the passing of Measure ER, these transformative projects are becoming a reality. Muchísimas gracias. I also want to acknowledge and thank the dedicated coaches and students of El Rancho High School. Your patience and perseverance throughout this process are deeply appreciated. Thanks to the Bond Project Committee members who had input in the designs, you have propelled us towards these much-needed state-of-the-art facilities. I also want to extend a special appreciation to our Aqua Dons, who have endured much while not having a pool since 2019. As we gather today, it is important to reflect on the profound significance of this occasion. These grounds have witnessed countless memories, from monumental graduations to awe-inspiring home runs, touchdowns, and track records. They also have served as a hub for lifelong friendships and have been a symbol of pride for our community. As we move forward, we remain committed to honoring the traditions established by past El Rancho High School athletes and graduates. Embracing a relentless pursuit of excellence and upholding the spirit of blue pride that defines us. Today, as we embark on this groundbreaking phase, we're not only celebrating new physical structures that will grace El Rancho High School, but also the intangible values and lessons that will be imparted through these facilities. Thank you all for being a part of this momentous occasion, and a special thanks to our dignitaries here today. We are one district, one city, and one community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mejia. Let's welcome Ms. Perez, Vice President.
Okay. Good evening. My name is, it's loud. My name is Arlene Perez. I am the Vice President for the school board. First off, I want to thank the city partners, government officials for being here in this historical moment for us. So as I stepped onto the field earlier today, I took a moment to reflect what the stadium means, what the pool facility, what it meant for so many of us, whether it's a football game, whether it's a track meet, whether for myself as a band member, we marched the entire stadium over and over. And so for us, this tract has been walked by so many people. It is so special, especially for us El Rancho alums. But now it's time for a new, exciting chapter. So I know it took us a little bit longer than we wanted, but we're here, and we get to celebrate it. And last Saturday, I attended the city's 4th of July event. And I was sitting there, and I was taking in the energy, the people, our community, the families. And I'm going to make you turn around. If you turn around to the sign behind there, I was reading it, and it says, "Defend the ranch." And after countless times of being on this field, it was the first time it hit me. Do we defend the ranch? Do I, as a board member, defend the ranch? does this community defend the ranch? And I know it sounds cheesy, but for me, it just clicked that we did. A couple years ago, this community came together as a recall community, district, from staff, teachers, students, came together because we wanted more. We wanted to defend the ranch. And so to me, sorry that I keep getting loud, I just want to thank everybody that's here today in this audience, the unions, the staff, I know I'm saying it again, but everyone in this audience made this possible to be here. Now we get to give the students what they deserved years ago. So again, thank you so much for being here. I know it's long awaited. We have a lot to do. But again, as we go and continue, I hope that we always think about defending the ranch, our home. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. Mr. John Contreras.
Good afternoon, everybody. Finally, right? Finally, we're here at this moment, this time. I want to thank everyone that took the time today to join us for this groundbreaking ceremony, which has been years in the making. From our dignitaries, our parents, our teachers, but most importantly, our students. The students here on the side, the students in the back, students up in the stands, you guys are the VIPs. You guys are the ones that should be first and foremost. With this groundbreaking event, it shows that we're moving forward. We're doing the right thing for you, and we're going to get new facilities here for you. This is what it's all about. This is why I'm here. Thank you. As a community, we have been through a lot together to get to this moment. I would like to thank my fellow board members for doing our part in making this moment happen. Together, this board has approved the largest raise in history for our district, which is for our wonderful teachers and for our staff, which is well-deserved and long overdue. Now we are delivering on what our community has waited for many years. El Rancho High School is finally getting a new sports facility that will not only give our student athletes the feels they deserve to be able to compete at the highest level, but will also bring more students and income to our great city of Pico Rivera. We will be able to welcome other schools and host CIF-sanctioned events that we were unable to host for many years. ERUSD will also continue to open our facilities to our community for our events like our Cancer Walk and other city events throughout the year. We have accomplished many goals in our 7 months together as a board, and I promise I will continue to fight and support our students, staff, and wonderful residents of Pico Rivera. Board Member Perez made mention to defend the ranch, and that's a model that we ran on. I'm a former student of El Rancho, class of '91, and I've always kept that to heart. Once a Don, always a Don. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Contreras. Dr. Marino.
Ooh, I want to say thank you, Lord, because I live to see this day. I'm not an alumni of the ranch, but I did walk this field several times on the Walk for Cancer when I was a patient myself. So it certainly is very exciting for me to join all of you in this wonderful occasion. We have thanked our dignitaries, our city officials. You honor us with your presence. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone else who is here. We are all so excited and just overwhelmed with joy on this groundbreaking event. And, you know, I heard earlier today that so many of us here and outside sweated and walked this city. First, to pass the bond, and secondly, on the recall. But I'm not here to talk about the past because we are looking to the future. We're looking to the future home of the Dons. So it's a moment of pride. It's a moment for all of us to carry with us until we finally come together again and see this project completed. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge and recognize the work of two previous board members that joined the board after the recall, Dr. Joe Rivera and Ms. Carolyn Castillo, who is with us today. Ms. Castillo, please stand. It was with their leadership that the projects moved forward. It was Ms. Castillo's knowledge and experience on construction and facilities that helped many of us navigate the complexities of these projects. I want to say thank you, Dr. Rivera, for your commitment of so many years. Thank you, Ms. Castillo, for sharing your knowledge and for caring so much for our community and for the students at the ranch. And I'm just, again, so excited, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone. Students, this is your future. Let's all embrace it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marino. Mr. Lafarga? Hello, everyone. My name is Hector Lafarga Jr., a proud board member, and I am honored to be here alongside all of you as we celebrate the groundbreaking of our new sports complex and aquatic center. So I'm going to take a little sports angle. I'm going to borrow a phrase from the famous soccer announcer, Andres Cantor. Everybody know Andres Cantor? What is he famous for? Goal, right? I'm not going to yell that much. But certainly that's his famous line when he yells it with a lot of passion when a team scores in a World Cup or any exciting game. But he says a phrase during the games that really always catches my attention when a team is about to just go to that next level. It's maybe not just about a team, it's about a country, a nation that's passionate about soccer, and they're just going to go to this next level. And he says in Spanish, "Qué momento, señores. Qué momento, señores." And we translate that into English. What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. What a moment today in the 71-year history of El Rancho High School. What a moment it is for the El Rancho Unified School District and the city of Pico Rivera. What a moment this is for those that will benefit the most, our students. Personally, I have two daughters, Vianney and Alina, who are both soccer players and runners. Vianney is an incoming freshman, and Alina will be a Dawn in 2025. They are both super excited and can't wait for the day to be able to train and compete in our new sports complex. Right, girls? I know you're right there. Raise your hands. Say yes. All right. I know there will definitely be a renewed sense of blue pride. This will create so many opportunities for us as a district, and it will elevate our brand. I'd like to give a special thanks to all those that led us to this point. Thank you for your leadership and persistence to get us here today. And thank you once again, all of you, for joining us in the celebration. What a moment. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lafarga. At this time, I would like for us to welcome our superintendent, Dr. Villegas.
Thank you, everyone. How can I follow that? What a great speech that was, and all the great words that have been said before us. But I want to say good evening to the El Rancho community, and I want to start by thanking the collective efforts of the entire El Rancho community for your support throughout all the years that it's taken to get to this moment. Your support and belief in our education has brought us to this remarkable moment. Today marks a significant milestone in our journey of building a world-class education for our students as we gather to celebrate the groundbreaking for our state-of-the-art athletic stadium and aquatic center. I also want to recognize this stadium where we stand. It has been a historic place. You've probably heard that already. You know, records have been broken here. You know, all kinds of prom kings and queens have been, crowned here. There's been all kinds of events. We had the historic 4th of July events over and over here, and there's so many memories that this field brings. So take a look at it right now. Take a look at this beautiful field as it stands and all the history that we've had and all the wonderful pieces, and it's not just this field, but all around, because all the wonderful things that have happened here at El Rancho Unified School District over the years, and really that's part of the richness of what we're living. In building a new stadium, we are not only building a stadium and an aquatic center, but we are building dreams, aspirations, and a brighter future. These facilities will be where new memories will be made and new accomplishments will be reached for a better tomorrow. These facilities will be fitting for our community. The new stadium and aquatic center will serve as a cornerstone fostering teamwork, discipline, and a spirit of healthy competition among all of our students. This groundbreaking ceremony represents more than just the start of construction. It symbolizes our commitment, your commitment, to providing our students with an environment that unlocks their potential and prepares them for the future with success. As the superintendent, I could not be happier and prouder that we are about to break ground, for I know that this stadium will impact our students. These fields will be a source of pride for the community and a place to foster unity within our students. My commitment to you will be to provide you regular updates to the community so that you are aware of how things are going with the construction and provide timelines as we go. For now, let us embrace this moment and the possibilities that still lie ahead of us, knowing that we are on our way to providing a world-class environment for our students. Thank you.
Let's welcome Mr. Arash Isadi, LPA Director of Sports and Recreation.
Good afternoon, good evening. In the architectural world, we take on a lot of pride with the projects that we design and we work on, but we firmly believe that this isn't our vision, this is your vision, right? And our job is to help you guys get there. And so hopefully we're going to do that. I know we're going to do that, and I talk with my hands. So we are going to do that. So rather than me just saying things that aren't going to be as eloquent as everyone has said so far, I want to focus on the pictures, because the pictures in our world say a lot of things, and really talk about the beautiful amenities and the wonderful amenities that you're going to have on this facility. At the focus of and really the center point of the whole project is the stadium. I want to share that field that's on that stadium, obviously it is actually going to be blue, so go blue. It is the exact same field that NFL players play on, that are on NFL stadiums, that are at the Power 5 schools and NCAA Division I schools that all these athletes are going to be playing in. Some of them actually are going to take a step down once they leave here and go to their colleges, because it won't be as nice as this facility. If anyone's a track star, that track material is the same track material that's at University of Oregon at their brand new Hayward Field, right? So you're getting really state-of-the-art facilities. I'm a swimmer, I was a water polo guy, so I always focus on the aquatic facilities. By the way, 9 lanes, 3,000 plus seats, field house building that has team rooms, locker rooms, restrooms, concessions, all the things that you would need for both the student side to function and the spectator side, as all of you come to witness the events. And then the aquatic facility, which again was my favorite, it's 33-meter pool, so it'll be able to host any and all CIF events, dual meets, tri-meets, floating goal, water polo. It's got a shallow end for learn to swim programs, all of those things that you're going to need. Virtually every type of high school event you can accommodate in that facility, and all of these meet all full CIF requirements. And then the baseball field and the softball field as well. Those again are designed the same way we design very high-end collegiate facilities. And at the center of the entire thing is a practice field that's also designed to meet full-size regulation soccer. So what you can take from that is you're going to meet everything. It's going to be an amazing facility and something that you're really going to be proud of. If you noticed as you walked in, there's stuff actually already starting to happen. This is phase 1 of all the work. That's the abatement and the demolition. So in very short order, this will be gone. So if you want a piece of the grass, today's the day to take it with you. And then after this is the phase 2 of work. And the great thing about this, and when some of the construction partners came onto the project, we really looked at the whole thing. Everything's going to be developed at one time. So the aquatic facilities, the stadium, all of these things you're going to see kind of grazing from the ground up concurrently. And so ideally, it's always the best laid plans, and we don't control nature and all those things that happen with it, but our goal is to be done in 18 to 20 months. So starting today, you can start their countdown, and ideally in that time frame, you guys will be doing the ribbon cutting. and players will be running out, and the wonderful cheerleaders and athletes and all those that come out will be able to use the facility. So thank you again for letting us partner with you.
At this time, please welcome Congresswoman Linda Sanchez.
Thank you. Good evening. What an exciting and auspicious evening. And there are many people to thank. I know they've been thanked before, but the El Rancho Unified School District, thank you for inviting me to the groundbreaking. And also the teachers, the students, the parents, administrators, and the residents of the city of Pico Rivera who made this evening possible. It's an honor to be here celebrating the groundbreaking of the new sports complex and Dawn Memorial Stadium and Aquatic Center. And I have to say, as a little girl who grew up in a family of 7 children and who played soccer and baseball and softball with my brothers and sisters, I've always had a very soft spot in my heart for sports because the benefits are not just physical for kids, they are mental as well. Studies, especially for young women who play sports, show that those who play sports are less likely to suffer from depression. For young ladies, more likely to leave abusive relationships and less likely to have unwanted pregnancy, among many other benefits. So the idea that you are going to witness in about 18 months a brand new sports complex that will invite all of the students to participate in the sport of their choosing is really, really exciting. So I want to thank you guys for recognizing the importance of making those investments in our youth, because they are the future that we hope to raise to give back to their community and to be leaders. To honor this evening, I have a certificate of congressional recognition that I would like to present to the El Rancho Unified School District in honor and recognition of the El Rancho High School groundbreaking on behalf of California's 38th Congressional District. So if you would mind.
Thank you. At this time, let's welcome State Senator Bob Archuleta.
It must have been a great day as you started to get up this morning and you thought, is it really happening? Is it true? Well, Mr. Superintendent, President, the board members, it is happening. God has blessed the city of Pico Rivera, El Rancho High School. And I emphasize that because here at El Rancho, we're always God and country. And we hear about defend the ranch. Well, I want to add one more, honor the ranch. And I think that's what we need to do, honor the ranch. Because we find that the ranch belongs to the community, it belongs to this great state of California, and Pico Rivera coming together. And those are the paratroopers I've asked for, but they're off duty now. And a lot of great things have happened since 2016 when I was mayor and on city council. It was a joint venture with the school district and the city council coming together to always say, when the kids come onto the campus, they belong to you. When they're off campus, they belong to the school district. No more. They belong to the city. But that's why that's so vital to have that partnership, that friendship, the ability to understand that we're all working for the same goal, to train, teach, and guide these young men and women from El Rancho High School to go out and be competitive. And now we look what the competition is going to do when we become competitive across this region, because no one has this. And if you look at the field over to my left and to your right, you'll see the blue field. We mentioned that. Well, Boise State is the only one that has this in collegiate football. And we had to get permission to get this field blue, to maintain the Dons, and it's blue. We had to get permission. So, of course, we had to twist a few arms. Mr. Superintendent, thank you for doing that, because now we're going to have a blue field here in El Rancho, and one of a kind. And I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, it was the high school project that was funded by Measure ER, $200 million. Can you imagine? $200 million construction, and the voters said yes. They said, yes, we're going to stand behind El Rancho. We're going to stand behind the city of Pico Rivera. And they voted almost 70% positive that we want this field. We want our kids to have a competitive edge across this nation when they grow up and go on to play sports and so on. So I will tell you, as your senator, and I've got to share one thing with you. I hear it all the time on a daily basis. You never should forget the Dons, because once a Don, always a Don. Why? Because my wife Rose tells me that all the time, and she's here, a graduate of El Rancho High School. There she is. And I will tell you that she also reminded me that the swimming pool at the park, Smith Park, needed to be revamped. And so I pushed, and we got the $17 million for that. So El Rancho is on the go. El Rancho, the city of Pico Rivera, you are making history. And I want to thank you. And to our Congresswoman, Linda Sanchez, working with you side by side as we progress along. This is her district. This is her representation in the state, not only the state, but of course across the nation. So when we ask for help from Congress, it is her to take care of our veterans, to take care of our students, our facilities. We turn to her for help, and I appreciate that, Congresswoman. Thank you, working with us. So the modernization project accepted here by the trustees and the voters is just the beginning of a brighter future for all of us here in Pico Rivera. So the state-of-art facility will go down in history. And to the cheerleaders and ladies over here to my left, I want to tell you, you can come back 10, 15, 20 years from now and say you were part of it. And to the football players and the students and the swimmers, tracksters, everybody, you are part of this history. And I want to acknowledge you. And right now I would like to acknowledge your Board of Trustees and Board of Education. So if I can have you all come up here as I give you this together, because it was a team effort. So on behalf of the state of California, El Rancho High School, the stadium, the sports field, aquatic complex, in recognition of your groundbreaking at El Rancho High School, the transformation and modernization project, the vision of El Rancho Unified School District, and the Board of Trustees in undertaking a substantial construction project, and the approval of the voters is commendable. So on behalf of the 30th Senate District, the state of California, we congratulate you. Godspeed.
So as you've heard, over the last 2 days, the project has begun. But this evening, we want to do a groundbreaking symbolism act, and at this time, we'd like to invite our Board of Education, our Superintendent, to come up. We're also going to be inviting several of our groups. Our dignitaries guests will also be part of this. But we're going to start in the first wave of groundbreaking symbolism here. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, and 3. We're going to ask our dignitaries guests, Congresswoman, Senator, and City Council members. We'll ask Ms. Mejia and Dr. Villegas to remain there with them. All right, here we go. Next group. 1, 2, and 3. And the last group that we want to invite are some of our head coaches that are here. If you're a head coach, please come up. Our head coaches, yes, let's give them a hand. Any other head coach? Also, some of our assistant coaches who are sitting here, please come up. Assistant coaches as well.
Good evening. I'm April Lial, Assistant Principal of Business and Activities. Thank you. On behalf of El Rancho High School, we'd like to thank our project partners, LPA and Ledesma Myers, for their contributions to tonight's ceremony. We would also like to thank the residents of Pico Rivera, coaches, student athletes, students, families, staff, and everyone here for coming tonight and for investing in our students and our community. We are committed to a continued partnership with all of you, and we look forward to building a better future for our Dons, one that matches their skills, talent, passion, and blue pride. This concludes tonight's ceremony. At this point, we invite everyone from the stands and everyone sitting, come take photos and share in our light refreshments. Thank you. Go Dons.